Andy is a poop. Lovely. So who remembers what happened last time?
We didn't level up, that's for sure.
Andy's got one thing down.
We were attacked by the most unfortunate raiders.
Hmm.
Yeah. Little did they know.
Little did they know.
Who they were fucking with.
So,
Oh, and the mech suit was fucking useless. Again.
It was just slow.
It's never useless.
It was just slow, like Tom.
It was slow like its owner.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love Tom.
Oh,
But, that's going to really upset him in about 3 days. Come on.
You'll just be sat at work and just do a big sigh like, oh.
Yeah.
That was a good one, Dan.
Thank you.
So your good buddy Sly had employed you to make a pickup.
Are we going to
of
Wales?
some... Sorry?
Are we going to Wales?
We've been to Wales.
Yes.
Oh no, this is on the way to
We're on the way to Wales, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't made it to Wales yet.
We're near Birmingham.
Yeah.
That's why we're being attacked.
Yeah.
Hence the bandits.
Yeah, those brums.
Yeah, completely
I haven't
unchanged Birmingham.
seen old road signs covered in too many vowels yet. We're not in Wales.
He'd employed you to pick up, make a pickup of gear that he'd organised from some reputable chaps up in Snowdonia. So you basically figured it'd take a journey of taking you about 2 days, sort of off-roading and sort of making your way through bombed out bullshit infrastructure that's been just crumbling. So is you guys came to the end of the first night, made camp just sort of passing sort of around the northeast of what was upon a time Birmingham, and during the night was it Splint? That's the name.
Yes, it was, yeah.
Heard some commotion going on outside your vehicles because apparently Splint is part bat, and he managed to chase off a raider off into the nighttime. Upon his pursuit of him, and a couple of you guys joining in as well, I think it was Mr. Ditch and Jameson who are holding down the campsite, were attacked by several others. We start with you guys just having sort of captured, I believe, 2 of the raiders, and having killed the rest. What are you guys doing?
I reckon that we should.
Wait, did we take a prisoner?
You did
I think you
take
took
We
2.
took 2, didn't we?
2. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, the one
because I
you-
made sure they were okay.
Ben, you're a doctor, you can interrogate them, right?
Hmm?
You're a doctor, you can interrogate them, right? Sorry, I said interrogate, I meant torture.
I mean, I could probably whip up some sodium pentothal, I reckon. Do you reckon, Ed?
It was a bit overkill. They're only raiders.
Sodium pentothal's like truth serum, though. We can...
Yeah, they're probably not going to have some massive overarching thing, though, but it is worth finding out, were these hired by anybody or did they just happen upon us?
In the infamous words of Austin Powers, who do you work for?
Also, I love that for Sam, it's overkill for me to whip up sodium pentothal. But torture, that's fine. That's okay.
Well, that's less work.
For torture, all you need is a spoon.
Torture's cheap, I think is what he's saying.
All that takes is whatever cutlery you've got to hand and a bit of imagination. Sodium pentanol is expensive.
That is true, but I am fucking minted.
Crack on then, mate.
No, I mean, like, if you're going to torture him, I feel like that's more your area.
I don't know what you're saying. I just kill people in combat. I'm not a torturous bastard. You're the
I was
doctor.
I was actually gonna say River because she has the knives.
I do have a stabby knife.
Yeah.
But
Do you have a
I'm
pent-up
really,
hatred of men?
I'm really not persuasive or good at talking to people.
Do you have
Neither
a
am I.
pented up hatred of men?
Oh, I've got a great idea.
Not
Okay,
exclusively.
So I'll just do a bit of like painful cutting, and our face can do all of the talking. And it'd be like a proper creepy interrogation scene where I say nothing and just do whatever I'm told to do. Meanwhile, like Redacted is asking questions, and just like every time he looks at me, I just do a new cut.
You're a police officer.
That's
You can
good.
do that.
I like that. Yeah.
I'm just dragging you all down to my level at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do that.
Oh, is what we're going with here?
Redacted, you were a copper. You ask questions.
Yeah.
Hopper?
What? Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's the good cop, and Spade apparently is the torturer.
Yeah, bad cop is not really
Apparently.
that strong. in what he's doing,
Bad
but
cop
yeah.
isn't really enough, is it?
No, not overly.
Once I'm not the most insane character in the party.
Um.
God damn it! Give it to me, guys. One time.
Lovely. So, what are you actually asking?
That is a good question.
That is a good
I'm
question.
saying the words of
What
Austin
do
Powers.
we want to know?
Who
Just
do you work for?
We need to find out whether or not this was a random thing where they happened upon us, or if they were sent after us, if they've been tipped off about us, anything like that.
Cool.
Because if it's random, it's random. If they've been tipped off, then we're going to need to watch out for other people.
Cool. Spin is going to tie a what's the thing to stop you bleeding?
tourniquet.
Okay.
Tourniquet. A tourniquet round one of their guys' like legs,
Mm.
and then begin the surgical procedure of removing his kneecap.
Okay. Dang. Make a medicine check.
I mean, you can't really fuck this up because if you do it wrong, it just happens.
I literally can fuck it up.
That one. You're removing his
That's
shin.
He just
That
stabs
one.
it. Just stabs screwdrivers for his whole knee. Like, oh fuck.
This isn't a scalpel.
The patella. Boom, 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 boom.
Fuck it
so-
out.
To the untrained eye, which is the rest of you guys, it just basically appears to be like Splint just starts like carving up this guy. To Splint's pretty trained eye, he's feeling a little bit fatigued. He knows this is not his best work ever. He's pretty sure he's nicked a pretty big artery or something like that at some point. But hey, what's the bother? Redacted or whoever else can feel free to make an intimidation check with advantage, should they wish.
Redacted. Go ahead.
I needed that advantage.
So you guys are just asking like, who are you? Where have you come from?
Yeah.
Who
I'm
do
also,
you work for?
I'm also
Where'd you go?
suggesting that if he answers us quickly, the kneecap thing might stop.
He's like, I don't know. I just come from up the road. Like, who the fuck are you?
We're the people you were trying to steal from. So, are you saying that you don't have a boss?
I mean, yeah, I got a boss, but I don't know. Just like, what the fuck?
So your boss sent you here to steal from us, or were you just out and about?
Yeah,
not
we're
doing
just
what you
hanging
were told?
out. We see some shiny what's-its coming down the road. So, fuck it, why not?
Are they like giant what's it, but shiny?
Yeah, big shiny ones.
So, if he tells us where his boss is, we could get some shiny stuff. So,
Are you asking where his
yes. Where do you hail from, friend?
Make another intimidation check
Whilst he asks that
with
question.
advantage.
Okay, cool. Oh,
Oh,
oh dear.
oh dear.
What's your modifier? Out of
+3
interest.
to intimidation.
Damn.
How is it only
Uh,
plus? Oh, you're not proficient in it.
I have
Um,
one proficiency in it. Wait
Uh,
a minute.
That doesn't. Have you added your
makes
proficiency
sense.
bonus to 3?
And then plus whatever your modifier should be, surely.
My character sheet might be broken. Intimidation's a people skill, isn't it?
Yeah.
Strength based.
I think it's
It's
strength.
strength based.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
yeah, cool. Yeah, 3's correct.
Fucking hell! I didn't realize it's strength based.
Hmm.
Fair.
I suppose in this context, I suppose you could roll intimidation, but using your people modifier for this because it isn't really using your strength score. I think the intimidation is more to like if using your strength score is more like if you are like flexing or whatever in front of them to like physically impose.
I don't need to flex.
it's-
Splint's
I can
hacking
do
his
that.
knee off.
Yeah, exactly. So you're more like
Carefully removing his kneecap.
yeah.
Ah,
so
so
it'd
I'll
still be
just- I'll
using
roll-
whatever
I'll-
proficiencies you had with intimidate, but instead of strength, you could use your people modifier.
Allow me to assist.
I was just going to roll persuasion because that would have the right modifier.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So with that, he's just like that guy starts to get very sleepy pretty quickly. After he just like babbles off into incoherence.
I just look at Splint. Like, have you killed him?
The other guy though, after watching all this, is just like, oh, for fuck's sake! Like, he's up the road. Oh, Jesus Christ! He's in the outpost, all right. He's got the toll booth. And he details like not very far up from where you guys are, there is a makeshift kind of checkpoint where they have like essentially built up a mini little fort where they have just been like just harassing anyone who has come sort of this ways. And he says like the rest of his clan and as he calls it, and as well as their leader is in there.
How many people's that? Does he reckon?
any traps?
He says, I don't know, lots.
Can
Roll a sense
I-
motive check.
Can I give him a little bit of a tweak on like a nerve or something to like add the extra pain?
Twist his
Uh,
lips.
Roll medicine.
That's better.
Oh yeah, much better. You like fucking Vulcan nerve grip him. Yeah, so you can. So sense motive. Yeah, you get the idea that this guy can't really count very high. He is not a smart gentleman. It's whatever you guess. It's probably more than his fingers and toes, which is what he normally uses to count.
So we think there's a lot of them.
He does say that like people are coming and going. It's not like a man at arms or something like that. It's not like a guard rotation or anything like that. It's just like an outpost where they hang out and they harass people who come near.
For any defenses?
He says, "Oh well, fucking everyone's strapped, but I mean, yeah, we got what we need. Got a lot of guns off everyone who comes by." He sort of indicates, like he sort of like nods his head at his gun on the floor, like a pretty decent condition assault rifle.
I guess, do we want to attack it or just
Oh shit!
leave them be and just go about our business?
Do we have any reason to attack it?
No.
Shiny stuff?
I mean,
exists.
sure, but we're already quite wealthy, and we're trying to go and collect something. I'm just wondering, is this not just going to slow us down massively and endanger the mission we're currently on?
River's
But
right.
we could make them work for us.
Where have we sent the mech?
Solve
picking
two
up-
birds, single stone. I'm in.
Why don't we leave the mech?
No. Why have you got against the mech?
No,
Sam?
you would be in it.
Yeah.
You, we've got a problem with.
Oh, I see. I see how it is.
Or we will see next week. That's a callback. I agree with River. I think if we attack it, we're just
Yeah.
delaying our plans.
Like, unless these guys are going to be, following us or something. Yeah.
Even if they are, wasn't that hard to kill them?
We could go have a look.
I don't like how your looks end.
Just saying.
Remember that time you looked at your apartment and then it was suddenly on fire?
I was in it at the time, actually. I'll have you know.
That doesn't change anything. If anything, that makes it worse.
I think we should have a look.
All in favour?
Right?
I don't know. Like, how possible would it be for us to... What do we have in the way of remote scouting?
You.
We got tire iron.
We've got an invisible assassin.
We've got
I
an
can go
invisible
invisible.
assassin.
Yeah,
With
I
wings.
suppose. I don't have the wings installed yet.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I miscounted my my body count.
We could send the mech dog in.
I think the invisible assassin's probably a better shout. On
Well,
account
I'm
of
just
the-
like, so what? How far away is it? I know he said, but
He said it sounds like it's only a few miles, sort of up the ways.
Drive over there to Windix nearby, and then just ask. You can go have a wander in and see what the crack is. If it's a 5-minute job, we'll do it. If it's going to take us all day long, we'll carry on.
all right.
Guess that's the plan then. It's still the
Sure.
middle of the night, isn't it? So we're going to go back to sleep? Or are we going to go there in the night?
Well, it makes more sense if we go now, because presumably this lot should have come back
Oh.
by the morning. So if we go now, they won't be on maybe high alert. I don't know.
It's fair.
Agreed. Also, we're awake now.
That's the other thing. Yeah, sleep
That's
is
true.
gone.
Is Cookie awake?
Is Cookie alive?
As awake as can.
Vaguely. He's present.
I'll take it.
Present in body.
It's just gone back to sleep. Cool. Yeah. So what are you guys doing? You just heading on now?
Yeah, if we drive close, drop me off. I can go and scout.
Are we going to head off in all of our vehicles that we've got?
Yeah.
Just drive.
Well, if I need reinforcements, I would
like a
quite
like a big loud convoy. Off we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty. So as you guys
Wait,
start,
just before we do set off, what are we going to do with this guy?
Kill him? Any other
he's
suggestions?
not useful anymore.
I mean, I don't know of any use for him.
Heavily sedate him and throw him in a bush.
I mean, his knee is currently
That's actually a more cruel death than just leaving him to die.
Okay.
Hang on, before we say anything, do you need more surgery practice just generally?
sounds like it.
No.
Okay.
I've got
Then,
pretty good medicine. No, just do it rusty with the knee construction. Cool.
No, that's fine. It's just, if you needed a bit more practice, then we should facilitate that. But yeah,
Cool. Spin will stitch this
I
guy's
think-
knee back up.
I could do with some target practice.
True.
Spin's going to stitch the guy's knee back up, Ed.
Make a medicine first. Now that you've sort of been looking off.
Wait, you're stitching his knee back up before.
That guy's dead.
That guy's dead.
Yeah, if you're so as the guy that guy started like slumping into unconsciousness, and it was the other guy who started talking to you.
Oh,
If
I
you,
clearly
Man, we
misunderstood.
have got to
Just-
keep better track of this.
Sweet. He's practices sewing.
Nice.
so you still got one guy alive there.
Nice. Cool. Well, with him, then I'll just leave him.
You're just gonna untie him and send him
No.
off.
I'm just going to leave him, let the rest of the group decide.
Okay.
If they want, I can sedate him.
Mhm.
But if they want to do stuff with him, mate, that's on them.
Okay. Does anyone want to do anything with this random tied up hostage?
Why would we sedate him and then leave him?
Because
So that he
I'm
can't
a
follow us,
doctor.
but he's not dead.
I'm a doctor and
Why
first
do
do
we
no harm.
certainly care about the morality of killing this guy? We kill loads of people. This guy
Because-
came here trying to kill us.
First,
Because
I
now
have
he's a
a
prisoner.
sword for an arm. I have taken no such oath.
I have, which is why I care.
I'm gonna sort of give River the nod that she did murder him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring out the sword arm.
Yeah, that will make you roll for that.
Yeah.
It's a
Bring
tied
out
up
the sword
hostage.
arm.
Yeah, whilst he's looking away, you full on of mice and men him.
Just think about the rabbits.
Yes, I'm slowly drawing you all down to my levels of different.
Yeah, with that on that sort of jaunty note, yeah, you guys set off.
Hey.
So
Now that the,
in one session, I managed to get Richard and Dan to torturously interrogate someone, and then Dom to murder someone in cold blood.
Hey, I just did some knee construction surgery. I didn't torture anybody.
I just asked some questions.
Keep telling
It just so
us about
happened
what-
he was having surgery.
Trust me, you start off just asking some questions and doing a bit of knee surgery,
And then
before
you're
you know
cutting someone's tongue out and cooking it.
it, cooking it in front of them. Just say it.
We've all been there.
We
It's
were
every-
all there.
I don't think Tom was there.
Hmm?
Tom wasn't there.
It wasn't honourable, so you know, Tom Boyd.
Yeah, I didn't know about this. Otherwise, mid-surgery, I'd have just lopped his head off. Because that's the... That's
That's the honourable thing to do. Somebody's.
Yeah.
Do you just fucking walk around at like physiotherapists, just like,
That's why he's banned from many hospitals.
and they look at him, and go, "Yeah, torn ACL. We're gonna have to do some surgery," and you just
I
murder
really fucking hate him at the chiropractors.
them. Yeah.
put him down. Answer to everything.
It's not fair for him to carry on now.
Alright,
Uh,
let's crack on.
Very good. Cool. So you guys, as you are making your way through into the night, the heaviness of your limbs and the tiredness settled in properly now that the adrenaline has worn off, and the fact of not having a full night's rest is really weighing on you now. Can everyone roll me a fortitude save, please?
How much rest did we get out of the 8 hours?
Not a full rest.
That's a poor roll.
Was it about 4 hours?
It would have been at least a short rest, yeah.
And I make the point that I have. Where is it?
Yeah, I do have a feat that means I don't need to. I can do a long rest in half the time.
Yeah, you say
Yes.
to the
Really?
rest of us here that you're an android. We get it.
Would this help with any way with the reduction of exhaustion if I'm patching people up during take a short rest or not?
So first off, John, that definitely counts. So you have what counts as a full rest.
Dope.
It only helps with the healing, but I don't know if like argue it out. It's okay if not.
Sure, it's at the end of short.
So I can just sleep through the
Everyone can take.
infiltration.
Yeah,
mission.
everyone can like have this as like you can pretend like you've had a short rest, but it doesn't seem to mention anything about status ailments or anything like that. Unfortunately,
No worries then. I'll roll the fortitude save. Let's go.
yeah.
Come on, nat 20. Close enough.
Yeah, that was pretty close.
Splint. So yeah, redact. Oh no, redacted's fine. And Jameson, can you roll a fortitude save, please?
Jameson is weak, man.
Oh fucking damn! So basically everyone but Mr. Ditch, you have all gained 1 point of exhaustion. Cookie, Jameson, Splint, and River.
Oh dear.
Mhm.
So if any of you guys don't remember what exhaustion does, so it's in 6 points of exhaustion, so 6 tiers of exhaustion. Each tier does something different. So with 1 level of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Hooray! This is going to be great when I'm about to do an infiltration mission. I'm going to
So-
die.
Hang on. Why
Just
are we
get inside the
exhausted?
fence and have a nap, but invisible.
That's a good shout. I like that.
Why are we exhausted?
Because we woke up in the
because
middle
you guys
of the
have
night.
stayed up. You guys haven't had a rest, and you are pushing through the night without resting.
We had a short rest, didn't we?
You have a short rest, but that doesn't stop exhaustion.
Yeah, 30 minutes, full night's sleep. Is there a difference?
I didn't realise it was literally.
It's
one
well.
day after sleep when you're exhausted.
I think there's no hard and fast rules as to exactly how it works with resting, but I think a lot of people play it that. Well, it says finishing a long rest reduces a creature's exhaustion by 1 point. It's basically a measure of how knackered someone is, and so
No, that's fair.
operating over 24 hours without a proper rest, I would say, counts as that.
Fair.
And it, obviously, traveling just makes you fucking tired anyway. Everyone knows that.
That is true. We're probably knackered.
Just road trips in general, you know.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
And this-
Cool. So you guys are driving off into the night. And who's leading the way? So you've got your. Oh, was it? You got Mr. Ditch in the hauler still. You've got John and Splint, I think, in the bike.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Cookie, River, and Jameson in the SUV.
Question: can Splint try and nap whilst we're going over to wherever it is we're going in the sidecar?
Oh god, yeah. If that's a thing, I'll take a nap on the back seat.
It's only like 2 miles, though, isn't it?
It's
Drive
just
slow.
up the road, really.
Hour
Really.
nap.
It's not really long enough to like complete like a proper rest and see it through.
Like my house to all.
Yeah, like I
it's
said,
like
drive slow.
2-3 miles. Cool. So who's leading the way?
You'll have a good few hours.
Here we go. Oh, oh. Here we go. Laugh it up.
Fuzzball.
So who's going first? Is it John and Splint in the bike again?
Yeah, I guess to try and like pick a path through.
Yeah, unless River wants to go in now, I'm quite happy if River switch out if she wants to.
No, I'm good. He's gonna roll it.
All right, John. Can you roll some navigation, please?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Not one of my better skills, as it turns out.
Can I also roll navigation as I'm
Bit late
next to
for
him?
that, right?
Fuck.
No, you see, you guys head on up the road. You drive for about as long as you think is about the length that the guy sort of described. Sort of a couple of landmarks he's kind of pointed out, like a couple of like crossings and like turnings. You pull up on the side of the road in sort of a quieter bit, more open area, and sort of pause there, thinking, by your estimation, it should just be a bit, a little ways over the next rise.
Nice. Guess we turn the engines off and just coast from here.
Yeah, straight past the sign that says "Welcome to Wales."
Shit! Turn around!
Very good. Cool. So you guys all still staying in the vehicles and going further?
Well, if we're by our own estimation, if we're really close, this is probably the point where like they can pull over and stop, and I'll turn on my stealth field and get out.
Yeah. This seems to be where John generally thinks that they use.
Yeah. All right. I'll turn on my
Enjoy a
stealth
really
field.
long walk.
Have a coffee. And yeah.
Like, shake it off, slap the face. So because you are invisible, that would normally give you advantage. So if you have disadvantage, it's just be a straight stealth roll.
Oh dear. Okay. Oh.
Diggity daft. That's good. So, River, that was very fortuitous. So, as you sort of activate your sort of stealth mode on your skin, and you just sort of like fade and like shimmer a little bit, and especially in the darkness, you just, for all intents and purposes, just disappear from directly in front of everyone. You start walking in the direction that you guys sort of estimate that the little sort of camp out is set up. You head over the next rise, and actually, as you're heading up there, it's not long. It's just as you crest the hill that you almost walk into a sentry.
Oh god.
There's basically a guy just sort of like sat, sort of reclining, sort of chilled out, sort of not really paying attention to a lot going on around him, just sort of sat against, leaning against a tree. You're able to walk past him very easily. He doesn't notice you at all. And then from your vantage point on like this little ridge, you're able to see into this little sort of camp setup they have. So I can take you Dune into there.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So this bit up on the top here, this is basically just like a little sort of rocky hillock, and on top of it is slightly more sort of dilapidated than this looks. It's basically just like a collection of sort of shed bits. Basically, there's some like corrugated roofing. There's like just bits of what looks to be like roofing tiles and stuff like that, just all like piled up against each other, and it just basically looks like if anyone told you it was just a mound of debris, you would have believed them. But from where you are and what you can see lights inside it. You can see fires sort of around it and bonfires of people sort of like hanging out and just sort of like cavorting and sort of partying and having a good time.
Okay.
Make a perception check, please,
Yep.
with disadvantage.
What the fuck are they? Ah, the range.
You can see it's really difficult to see because of the sort of like a bit of distance, the darkness, and the sort of like the bright lights of like the bonfires dotted around. You can see lots of shapes coming and going, but it's really hard to get an idea of like how many you might be dealing with. I mean,
Got it.
could be
Hundreds of
loads.
thousands of lizard people.
Easy.
Okay. Well, I don't want to push my luck too far, but I want to try and gauge. Can if somebody like was communicating with these guys, they would need to use like, I don't know, they need to use comms or something like that. Can I see any sign that this base has any kind of communication whatsoever with the outside world?
With that perception check, is not. It's difficult to see. You can't really make out any sort of like obvious like radio towers or anything like that. You haven't noticed anything on the guys that you've seen or the sentry that you came past. It seems remarkably low tech around here. You now sort of like think back and realize you guys never actually sort of searched the guys that you killed.
Yeah.
Uh,
Too
may
busy
have been helpful.
cutting their knees open and
Yeah.
murdering them. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Ed, just quickly, whereabouts on this map is Dom anywhere on this map?
River is basically in this sort of north, sort of this southwestern corner, just a little bit further down that way.
Gotcha.
Could I not necessarily move up, but be in touch with River, and if any comms kit is established, then I'll try and sneak up and comms blackout.
Cookie, can you roll me a stealth check at disadvantage, please?
So I'm just specifying I'm not trying to sneak up just yet.
Okay. So there is the sentry that River has snuck past to get
Which
to
I'll
where
make
she
sure
is.
they know about.
So are you just walking up to that guy?
Ooh.
Okay. And again. Oh,
Oh.
Nice.
bad. Let me just check something.
It's because his bones are so soft.
What would this guy's? Because it would only be as passive, wouldn't it? Oh, ugh. Never mind. Yeah, Cookie, you're all right.
You sneak
went-
past the blind security guard they have.
It's all the grease.
Yeah.
It makes him look really. It just like blacks out his skin.
It absorbs all wavelengths of light.
He just looks like essentially like Arnie in was it Predator?
Predator, yeah.
So yeah, this glistening sort of oily mud man sort of comes out of the darkness and manages to catch up with you, River.
Oh yeah.
Cookie, as you're walking past that sentry, can you roll some perception for me?
So those tools are up disposal.
Okay. Okay.
What do you want, perception?
Yes, please.
Ooh, good rolls.
So, Cookie, as you're making your way past the sentry, you do notice that he does appear to have a very old, chunky-looking comms unit, just sort of clipped to his jacket on the front, sort of like big brick-sized kind of thing.
Without looking at the rulebook, does comms blackout alert the enemies to the fact that it hasn't, like, will it notify them?
I can't see why it would. It doesn't seem to indicate how it would. I think if it was going for a little while, because it lasts for a year, they may notice that the comms aren't working if they were trying to use it.
For a year.
Might be the only way.
No, wait, what?
A year? Oh shit! Like an hour.
Oh my god, right. I was thinking.
I was sitting there for a couple of seconds, like, did I hear year? I did hear fucking
Sorry.
year. What? That's
Andy
the most
uses
powerful
brick
thing in the
device.
world.
Yeah.
He just fucking drops a nuke.
Yeah.
That'll black it out. Just is a crater.
Yeah, Cookie just essentially just magnetize. It's just like waves a big electromagnet over the area.
Right,
Yeah, so it lasts for an hour. So as far as you know how it works, it will probably only people would notice as soon as they try and use it.
all right. Can I withhold it for the moment?
Yep.
And I'll just be not like following River everywhere, but I'll be
Sneaking around behind me.
I'll be at the vantage point, should we say?
Yep. Okay.
Ready to deploy whatever.
Absolutely fine.
Well, I still don't know if attacking them is really the best option.
Is there any more we can scout?
I mostly just want to find out, are these guys like an actual active threat? Are they hunting for us? And they look like they're just a bandit tribe.
You guys could get a little bit
yeah.
closer to get a better look if you wanted to. It's harder to see from where you guys are up there. Or you can. Yeah.
Can we get maybe some
Yeah.
tokens on the map to kind of? Are we in a position to be able to see roughly?
I'll give you I'll chuck some tokens down. I haven't chucked down like the actual map because you guys haven't been able to see everything. I'll chuck down some things. You know, there was a light over. Where is it? So there was a bonfire over here that you guys can see, like a fire pit there. There was one down over here that you guys can see, a bunch of people around. And you could also see some lights inside the actual structure, sort of this thing here. Oh shit!
Okay.
That's just moved.
Just put them in the wrong place. Here's one. One was up here. One was up here.
Good fires.
Thank you. So yeah, you guys can get a little bit closer if you wanted to try and get a better vantage. Oh, sorry, Cookie already done it. So Cookie,
Yep.
can you roll once more because you still have disadvantage on all your checks?
Can I roll what once more?
Can you roll perception once more because you have disadvantage on everything
Oh, yeah.
because you're exhausted? Not too bad. All right, River. Same thing.
Yep. All right.
Oh, very perceptive.
You're up, Cookie.
Hey, you're up, Cookie, says River to just a nearby rock.
So Cookie and River, you guys sort of get over to this rocky sort of outcropping sort of quite above this sort of bonfire here. From here, you guys can see a couple guys around here, just sort of hanging out, having a good old time. They're just sort of like loudly and drunkenly, just sort of having a joke and having a good old time. You notice there's something on a spit on here. Just they've been turning that they've been cooking and taking bits off throughout. And you can smell it from up here. It smells pretty good.
Do I have any binoculars?
Do any of them have grenades on them?
Frying.
You are unable to see from up here.
Okay.
Oh, question. This for like the concept of like how it would work. If fucking that question was like fucking Dwight from the fucking Office. Anyway, with Cookie's detonate grenade, would he be able to work out if they were holding grenades with some kind of like, I don't know, HUD that allows him to detect grenades? Does that work? Or is that not a thing?
No, unfortunately, it doesn't seem to. It doesn't seem to say anything about detection. It just says about sort of activating them. So I've kind of read that as like if someone doesn't have one,
It just gets
you
wasted.
it just gets wasted, yeah. But if they have it, oh boy, because it does say 2 creatures, so it's not a terrible bet.
Oops. I was just curious.
Yeah. You can see a couple guys down there having a nice old barbecue. The wafting of sort of cooking meat is coming
Oh,
up
wait.
here.
Wait. I have these in my inventory, and I don't recall where from.
What are they?
Was it? 6 night vision binoculars.
We make things in the same
Okay.
way in our inventory.
Not too bad. So in this situation, normally, if you were just in pitch blackness and trying to see, and you didn't have night vision, you'd be rolling with disadvantage anyway. If you had night vision, you would be rolling a straight roll. but because you're also exhausted, you are also rolling with disadvantage because of that. So overall, it's still just rolling at disadvantage, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but do I not get? Can I not just look through the binoculars and see more?
I suppose when you're seeing that, you're still making a perception check, and I say because of that, though, you'll be able to see that there are at least 3 or 4 people up here that you can see as well. Because that does make sense. So you would be able to see people up here much easier. You wouldn't have to just get closer to see them. Love you,
Love you too, Ed.
guys.
I mean, I personally think I'm quite satisfied that this isn't some organized outfit hired to kill us, because they've left so many people behind that I personally think we sneak away, we get back to the group, and we take a win. We drive for another 10 miles, actually catch up on our sleep, and then move on. That's my vote, but
I'm up for that.
I'm inclined to agree.
Seems reasonable.
You can hear the genuine sorrow in Jameson's voice there.
you really can. It's noticeable.
Yeah. It's like, seems reasonable, he said, with his lower lip
Seems
sticking out.
reasonable. Turns, looks at his erection. Not today, boys.
Where Tom has been whispering to Ed, saying that he's gearing up in his mecha suit, and he's just going to come bounding through the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay,
we're in front row seats of it, so,
Which one do I attack? Let's go.
So Cookie and
Hey, Jenkins!
so Cookie and River, please roll a stealth check once more, just to make your way back to the rest of the group and get past the sentry
I'm
again.
still invisible, so flat roll.
You're flat roll. Cookie, you're rolling at disadvantage.
I did 2, it was a 10.
That's all right.
That's a
10.
really bad roll for me.
I claim advantage on that roll, Ed.
I mean, sure, why not? In this case,
Yeah, it's like,
what to
you
choose?
can claim it, but you know.
So yeah, actually, still sort of commando fucking Cookie over here, just holding his binoculars up to his face as he's walking into the woods.
My secret commando is just belly roll down hills.
Brilliant.
While loudly humming the James Bond theme song.
No, Mission Impossible, man. Mission Impossible.
Oh, yeah.
No, I want it to be James Bond, so it's just going. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da.
And then jumping up on rocks, and then jumping off rocks.
So yeah, whilst River is distracted by this just fuckery that she is witnessing, but somehow is still like agile as a fucking cat, she trips over, catches her foot, and she hears like a bunch of what sounds like just tin cans just rattling together as you are about sort of 20 feet sort of away from the sentry, making your way past. And as that goes, the guy looks up and just goes, "Hey, who's that?" And then he just starts pulling up his gun.
Okay, can I nudge Cookie to hang on with your like create distraction? No, hang on. Is that the one I meant? Shit, maybe I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, you're a bloke, so you could shout, "Sorry, I'm just going for a piss," or something like that, while we slip away. Because if a lady shouts, "Sorry, I was just going for a piss," I don't know if there's ladies in this group, and I'm not too keen to find out.
Okay.
And he starts pulling out his gun, and he starts like cautiously marching, or sort of cautiously stepping over towards you.
Or I could just stab him.
He starts fumbling at his vest, and he pulls out a flashlight and just shines it, and lights up both of you guys.
I am invisible.
You are invisible, so he lights up Cookie.
How far away from us is he?
He's about 20 feet.
Okay, I can clear that in 6 seconds. How feasible would it be just to run and stab him in the neck?
Hang on.
We just fucking leg it.
So
What?
this guy.
What?
Mhm.
Did I just have a stroke? Well, I thought we were leaving.
Yeah, we are. We accidentally
But they
alerted
got
someone.
caught on the retreat.
Yeah.
You're
Can
trying
I
to
just
sneak
magically
back
appear?
past yeah.
Can I deploy?
Alright.
Can I deploy comms blackout?
I think the easiest way to do this is with initiative, just to give us the order of things. Who manages to act first in this sort of move time? So Cookie, comms blackout is a reaction, isn't it? Isn't it?
What am I hearing on Groovy?
I don't know. I'm trying to work out where the noises are coming from.
It's groovy, isn't it?
Yeah, this playlist has got like a random monologue in it.
Nice.
Beautiful.
For fuck's sake, Sam, I've just done that, and it was on to another song.
Oh, it wasn't showing on my screen.
You're wrong, Andy.
No, I'm wrong. It's all right. Sam's involved, so it's fine.
So yeah, Cookie, you managed to go first, and initially using your reaction to employ your comms blackout. So yeah, the entire area around you is now radio dead. What are you doing?
I assume that he, what's the radius of that, or is it just his comms?
40 feet or something
Yeah,
like
so
that
just
radius.
his comms. Yeah, cool. That's fine.
Okay, so the guy where's the guy who's lit us up? Where is he?
So he's like further off down.
Yeah, this is
back
just
to where you
for-
came.
we've
This
only
is
got
just as you are
initiative. Yeah,
exfiltrating.
For
So
the
comms
order.
blackout has been deployed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, and then can I also right now can I overcrowd him
Yeah, sure.
as a bonus action?
Please do.
So he has to succeed a mind saving throw.
Oh right, yeah. That's fine. Not
Looks
his
like he has no
jumpsuit.
mind, so.
He has
What's
negative
that?
1 mind. What's the DC?
I don't know what that means.
God.
So it's your proficiency plus your tech modifier plus 8.
So 16.
16. So he fails. That's just the one where he becomes blinded, isn't it?
So he's now blinded and he's got no comms.
Cool. Yeah. So he it's fuck, and it starts reeling around, unable to see around him. Are you doing anything else?
No.
Laughing.
Hey, River, what are you doing?
Okay, so my plan is just to sprint up to him and stab him in the face with my sword.
Yeah, you are. Please roll with advantage because he is blinded.
Hooray! So, hidden katana. Oof, well, at least one of them's a 26, and then I would get my snack attacks.
Yes, you do.
I don't know why there's attack rolls on that. I can't turn them off, so whatever.
Ed
Yes.
was. Oh no! Don't worry. Ignore me.
Okay.
Carry on.
So yeah,
all
I
good.
just want to run up and stab him in the neck with my arm.
So you run over. You just basically like Superman punch him, but just like stab the fucking katana directly into his torso, and you just fucking skewer him. Because that oh, that's a lot of damage. Minus 24. Minus 24. Very good.
I do like this playlist. It's a good playlist.
He is looking real fucking rough. He just like and like chokes up a bunch of blood like onto the floor there.
Would I have been able to deploy this during Dom's attack just then? I don't think I would have been.
As a reaction, At second level acceleration, when you or an ally rolls damage on a tendency, you can add any of your unused hit dice to the damage roll. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you used... I would probably say you used your reaction before your turn went before.
Mm.
So then your reactions reloaded having had your turn. So yeah, no, you could do that.
So I can deploy that.
You can do that now, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, let's add a hit die then. Is that a D8 for me?
I believe it would. So you can. It says you can add any of your unused hit die.
So I've got 3 hit die.
It says.
You should have more than that.
Sounds like you can do as many as you want.
You should have one hit die for every level.
Oh, yeah, because I've got 5 hit die. So all right, let's go through these and see if he dies.
I would say you have to pick how many. You can't just do it incrementally.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So pick how many you're going to do first, and then roll them.
4.
Okay, you're going to do 4. So roll 4d8. 4.
Spray was just dead from Dom's damage alone.
So he was not dead. He still had a few hit points left, but yeah. How's that? So what was it actually called? I'm trying to think like what's called like redistribution. I guess as River is running and going to stab,
if he hacks my arm, we're going to have a conversation.
Yeah, he basically just like beep boops on his little hand, and then you feel like a buzzing in your arm as it feels like it gets like overcharged, and it just like plows in, and it just cuts even easier than it normally does, and just like completely skewers the guy down to the ground, and then just like gets lodged in the ground for a second before you're able to pull it out. The guy chokes up blood and just like crumples off to the side. His flashlight still sort of on, just sort of like flops off to the side and sort of flashes off into the bushes. But yeah, no, he is dead.
Alright, I'll grab the flashlight and turn it off as well.
Yeah, good.
We prop him back in the chair.
Yep.
Was he in a chair? He was in a chair, wasn't he?
He was just leaning
Sat in
up
the chair,
against a
yeah.
tree.
So we prop him back in the chair.
Yeah. No, you guys have, you've killed him, and
Alright, let's cheese it out of here now then, I think. Let's not hang about any longer than we need to.
all right.
Yeah.
So you guys are choosing it. All right, getting out of there, making your way back down to the other guys. Yeah, so you guys are just jumping in and driving off.
Yeah, we get in, we drive for at least an hour or so, get ourselves nice and far away, find somewhere quiet. We can have a quick sleep with somebody other than the dog on guard, and
wait for this all to blow over.
and wait for this all to blow over. Actually, yeah, what we're heading vaguely north. How close are we to the Winchester?
Nice. John or whoever's in the lead navigating, please roll me some navigation, and all the drivers, please roll some land vehicles.
I assume Cookie's driving the SUV.
I would assume so.
Can I delegate my navigation to Splint as the passenger?
Yeah, no, that's fine. So Splint, you're rolling with disadvantage. Everyone else, I believe, is rolling with disadvantage, except Mr. Ditch, who does not have exhaustion. So yeah, Cookie, roll me some land vehicles again. So that's 11. God damn, Cookie's consistent.
That's why they call him consistent Cookie. There's another reason as well, but
Predict.
I'm consistent.
Consistent. And Splint, can you roll me some navigation, please?
Yes, I can.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage, you say?
Yes.
How about I raise you one better and just roll
Sleepy
a nat
boy.
one first time? Oh, damn.
Please be in that one. That's
pretty navigable.
Oh,
Ooh, big word.
So yeah, you guys sprint off. You guys fucking cheese it into the night. Just sort of burning rubber out, fucking off. prioritizing some speed here and getting out of dodge. Splint manages to navigate you guys pretty handily, sort of through the various sort of like areas and picking a pretty decent route out of there. So you guys travel for about sort of like how long were you guys wanted to travel for? Sort of just an hour or so.
I think about an hour. Yeah.
We call it an hour, but you call it a year. But it doesn't really.
An hour, yeah.
Yeah, approximately 1 year in blackout time.
In the old times. Cool. So you guys managed to make a sort of you managed to find like a sort of like enclosed sort of shaded spot, sort of a bit off from the road, and you managed to sort of bed down for the night. So you guys trying to get a proper night's rest then, or like finish off the rest, I guess.
I need to replenish my hit.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So are you guys doing anything else, or are you just heading straight to sleep?
I mean,
I can't think of anything else. I mean, obviously, reiterate everything that Cookie
Just-
and I encountered there to the whole party, so they're all
can I
informed.
just have a quick recap of why we're in Wales? It's to do with
So
God,
Sly, your buddy and benefactor, and your boss to a degree, your like employer, I guess, has asked you to go pick up a shipment of gear for him from Wales.
that's it.
Jameson was quite curious as to what it was, but he wasn't very persuasive, and Sly didn't elect to tell him what it was. It's about 2 crates worth of stuff, he said it was.
Okay.
Turns out we misheard. It's actually 2 grapes worth of stuff.
2 grapes.
I like grapes.
Cool. Yeah, now you guys to go to sleep and manage to get a full rest.
Nice.
Yeah,
Go
boy.
on. Nobody tried to murder us. Progress.
Get our exhaustion back because it's gone.
No, you lose any points of exhaustion. Fully healed up. All your resources are replenished, and everything is lovely. You guys have to end up sleeping in a little bit late than you normally would have. But yeah, no, you do all.
We get up and Cookie's wearing like a mud facial mask, but it's literally just made of dirt that he's just found from nearby.
It's
Yeah, it's
And Ditch has pitched his tent and is sleeping on it.
Yeah.
very sleepy. Is the mech inside the tent then?
Yeah, it's got the mech inside and it's just sleeping on top.
Just tucked it up nice and cozy in there.
Nice and cozy.
Doesn't want no one looking at his mech while he's not looking.
No.
No, man, you shouldn't look at another man's mech whilst he's
Yeah.
away.
What are you, gay?
This is all gay code, right?
You guys check each other's mechs out in the bathroom, don't we? Very
Who
nice.
doesn't remember mech inspection day? Yes.
Inspection day, we had to turn a cop.
You can't go around velcroing your cock to other people's vans, though. I've told you this before.
What?
You can't go around velcroing your cock to other people's vans.
My cock? To other people's vans?
Are you familiar with the concept of your own genitals? Because it sounds like it's the first time you've ever heard of it.
What?
I have one!
Mine?
My cock velcroed to other people's vans?
You can't.
I keep my cock to my own van, thank you very much.
Aurora Borealis. At this latitude, at this time of year.
Okay, well, I think we've got a title for this episode.
completely confined.
Very good.
Can
Cool.
I
So
see
you
it?
guys wake up a little bit bleary-eyed, a little bit sort of stiff, but finally feeling a little bit better and a little bit more refreshed.
Can I replenish my hit die? Yeah?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all your hit die, all back, all your resources, like your your exploits and stuff like that. I believe you set on a long rest, and all your hit die.
Hooray.
So yeah, you're all good. Love it. So yeah, you guys have you believe between you all, can someone roll me a navigation check? Just a normal check now.
Can I help?
Yeah, you can do for advantage.
Cool.
All that. Yeah.
Roll again.
Yeah.
Cookie.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I've got to roll again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
give
in
me
case it's
advantage.
better. You got advantage this time. The good
Yeah.
kind.
We've got a nat 20, you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, 24. Cookie and Splint sort of sit down with the with your GPS, sort of mapping out a route for today. And you think you guys are pretty fucking close. You think if you guys manage to get a wriggle on, you'll be able to get there by the evening. So cool. Well, to the corners that you were given there. But yeah, anything you're doing in the morning? You guys just heading off?
Is there anything we're missing? I mean, perhaps
Calm down.
before we set out, like double check. There's no signs that there's anybody following us.
Make an investigation check.
Anybody want to help me out with that? Just as a random thing, I happen to be saying.
Probably the
Yeah.
investigator.
Oops.
Cool. That's better.
We check there's no trackers on the vehicles.
That's good shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
good
really good shout.
Can I employ mechanics for that?
I think it's more just sort of like checking out. It's sort of like an inspection as such. So I don't think it's not really anything interfering with mechanics as such. River and Redacted sort of go over the vehicles there. There's nothing that you can see. You can see now in the sort of the light of the day the large mech-shaped dent in the front corner of the SUV where they ploughed into Mr. Ditch. But other than that, you're not able to really find any tracking, any trackers or GPS or anything like that. Looking back down the trail you came, you can't really see anyone sort of off in the distance, sort of following you or having surrounded your camp or anything like that. So no, you feel all right for now.
Cool.
Oh,
Go
good.
to the meeting place. Oh, No, never mind.
So, what do we know about where we're meeting? Do we know any information about is it a warehouse?
We've literally got GPS, haven't we? Could we go to I don't know, somewhere where we could look up what the area is?
What, like
So Sly gave you a little bit of sort of supporting information. He basically gave you a contact name. He basically just said just to meet up with the McKellen brothers, and that they'll be expecting you.
It'd be good to maybe go somewhere that's got a vantage point in this place, so we can scout it a bit from a distance
Yeah.
before we just.
It's a good shout.
It's not a bad shout, yeah.
Could we maybe cross-reference the GPS signal and a map to kind of? Have we got a map?
Yeah, no, you guys have GPS
Did you bring a map?
of the area. So you're trying to sort of plan the last sort of bit of it and sort of exactly what bit you're trying to get to.
Well, I think it'd be good to go somewhere where we can see our end destination, so we can maybe just spend a few minutes just scouting it out.
So yeah, you guys you said it, you reckon it's probably, with your navigation check from before, you reckon it's probably going to take you most of the rest of the day to get there. But yeah, with your roll, you have so the area to the north of where you're going, it appears to be a sort of rocky mountain pass where you're coming on, and to the southern side of where you're going, looking at the GPS of the area, It doesn't give like things like buildings and stuff like that, but just gives you general topography. It does seem like it's a little bit more elevation on the south side, so you reckon you can probably get a better sort of vantage point from there.
Nice.
At the area.
Anyone here know how to use snipers?
Bitch, no?
Yeah.
I don't
I do.
understand people. So, oh yeah, there we go.
Have you got one?
Oh, no, don't.
Can we try and find one?
Oh look, under this rock.
Well, they are rentable, aren't they? Guns in this place.
They are, but we're also in the middle of Wales.
You are in the middle of
In the Brecon Beacons.
Yeah. So, like, you've got to think like a farmer's probably got some kind of rifle for shooting.
Other farmers' mums. Yeah, true.
Exactly. Yeah.
Farmer's mum. Okay. Sure. Why not? Please roll me some investigation
Okay.
to see if you can find a sniper rifle.
Can I assist?
Let's do that.
Yeah, please do.
Good. Thank you for assisting.
Mountain.
Redacted your roll.
I could feel it coming.
Go for it, Splint. You can do it. Please
5.
do it. Double one.
11.
11. So you're sneaking. You're just looking through the bushes for a little bit whilst everyone's on like having like a little piss break. And you get really excited, like, "Oh shit, is that something?" And he's like, "Oh no, it's just a stick that looked a bit like a sniper rifle, unfortunately."
It's a stick shaped exactly like a sniper rifle.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can I go to like a shop and just buy a rifle?
No, there are no shops out here. This outside the city,
local
you
shop.
have noticed that this place is fucking barren. That this is like you are having to sort of really cut it sort of like cross country. The connections and the highways between the mega cities like London and Glasgow and Manchester, just arrow straight super highways. With good infrastructure, good like power, lights, everything else like that. Everything else in the country, basically, unless it's got a specific concern, has got fuck all like infrastructure going for it.
Not even
unless
local
you're
shops for local people.
even them.
There must be a
Yeah,
lot.
even weirdly racist shopkeepers won't sell to us.
God damn. Wales hasn't changed a bit.
Make a.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Anyone can make either a history or a streetwise check for me.
Oh, I could do history.
I can watch other people do that.
Got 25 on the streetwise, mate. It's
Damn.
so street, you have no idea.
I see you're 25.
Oh well, fuck you.
Hot diggity darn.
So yeah, all of you guys sort of, as you sort of like think back, and especially with the context of like the encounters you've had over the last night, you remember that, especially out into these little boonies areas, there are areas where they might have like corporate concerns, where they have like private research labs, usually only accessible by air or sea, or they might have like massive, vast sort of super farms where they have like mainly automated sort of crops going. Other than that, a lot of the sort of smaller areas of the country have just been abandoned as people have abandoned sort of toxic sort of environments in favor of the more sort of controlled atmospheres of the megacities. And so the people left out here in the wilds, in the Badlands, I mean, it's a rough life. Redacted, you even had a case you remember working on when you were first new to the force, where there was actually a guy who came from the wastelands and sort of moved into London, and it was a particularly horrific case because it was a serial killer who started eating his victims. And his justification is, hey, it's just what we do back home.
Yeah, it's my most famous case. That chap from Wales.
That chap from Wales.
I'm from Badlands.
And River and Cookie. There are slightly nicer bits, don't get me wrong, but there are some bits which are...
No, Jameson's from the
less than
cannibal
good.
bit.
We know with certainty what parts he's from.
Jameson's from Scotland.
It's
Oh,
even
that's
worse.
short
We
shit.
should- Like we said, the
Well-
cannibal.
That's where they deep fry them before they eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cultural
No.
cannibalism.
Watch it
Think,
down with Buckfast, which hasn't changed in all this years.
Think of the little communities you come across in like Fallout, where like some of them are like nice little like rural villages with like just people being nice people, but there's also some cannibal tribes up in
If you
there.
haven't had
polite.
triple fried big toe, have you really lived?
Yeah, there's two types of people: the "Yay, we survived" and the "Yay, you survived."
Really good. Awesome. So yes. What are you doing? Are you guys heading off? Are you doing anything else?
So we didn't get a sniper rifle. Huh?
No, and the
No,
thing is, I do
unfortunately not.
have
You can
a
punch.
long range shot up to 150 feet. However, all of my healing is touch. So,
So let's hope that we don't need Overwatch.
yeah.
I mean, I suppose for any meeting, I can spend the entire time hidden in a bush with my stealth field active, so they won't know I'm there. So we can at least get a bit of flanking.
Or just
Wait, what?
standing in amongst their group, just.
Fuck it, if need be. Yep.
In ghillie suit.
But I do wear a lot of perfume, so they'll probably smell me. So you know.
Do you know what I found? Actually, slightly off topic. Do you know what I found on our PPE website today?
Glyph.
I found a high-vis dress.
What?
When
Andy,
you
you
wear
know
it,
what? I was gonna say it would bring out your eyes.
They've put
it'll
a,
be perfect for the builder's ball.
they've put a fucking high-vis dress on our PPE website.
So when did
Banned.
your shipment arrive?
How many have you bought?
Did.
And
They do 3XL, so I was going to order one for my boss, who's like 7 foot.
perfect. I mean, make sure you get a short skirt because
And they also do maternity polo high-vis shirts.
Oh, that's nice.
it's very inclusive.
It is very inclusive, but a bit unnecessary.
I don't know. If your boss wears it right, it'll show a lot of balls.
Mm.
Yeah,
Anyway, sorry, I've
well done. That was good.
pulled us off topic slightly.
Very good. Yeah. So what are you guys doing? You heading off, or you?
I mean,
Yeah, I guess we are.
are we all
Bonus.
heading, or are we gonna? Is there a way that Mr. Ditch can like gear up in the
Go
mech
somewhere
camouflage.
else.
or something?
Can we paint in the color of a crane and make it look like it's just a crane nearby?
Is there a way you can get him geared up in the mech suit, like ready to? utilize?
You can have him in the mech suit on the hauler, but someone else would need to drive the hauler then, because the mech suit only moves at like a fast, at like a brisk jog.
And just drag Mr. Ditch in the mech suit behind them.
So yeah,
I mean,
you've got the.
It's not my character to control.
Yeah, I'm happy doing that. If someone will drive the mech suit transporter.
Sure, I'll drive the mech suit transporter then, I suppose.
All right.
Nice.
So how
River,
is this? When we get to this meeting point and we turn up with a fucking mech suit on a trailer,
I'll
motorbike, are we going to just say that we're on our way somewhere else or something, and this is a side job?
I had a really, really long day.
awesome. Lovely. So can everyone driving roll me a vehicle check? And can One person. So you guys already done the navigation bits. Can one of you guys roll me a d20?
I'm not.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
yeah.
Oh,
So 7. Lovely. Yeah, you guys make your way around, driving sort of towards your destination. You got a pretty good route, and actually the weather is lovely and clear. So navigating and making your way through is a lot simpler. Thankfully, because the terrain starts to get a lot more rugged now. There's a lot more. It moved from sort of soft and boggy and marshy into a lot more rocky and mountainous now. But your vehicles are pretty fucking rugged stuff, so they managed to sort of deal with it pretty good. Managed, yeah, break in the middle, and yeah, you guys are doing well. As you guys are coming to evening and the sun is beginning to sort of set, you guys know that you're coming about you're about a kilometer away from the rendezvous area, and you guys are making your way up towards that southern sort of outlook over to the coordinates that you've got there on this mountain pass.
Hello?
Right. I mean, I'm
what do you
assuming
guys
that we can take the cars the whole way. We don't have to park or anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you don't have to park. You can drive the whole way if you want. So you do want to just drive all the way in?
I think that's the best idea.
Yeah, sounds good.
Can I
Shall we-
keep a
shall we
lookout
face
for
the-
like?
Just going to suggest facing the vehicles back the way we came, so we can jump
Yeah.
in and run away if it all goes to shit.
Good shout, yeah.
Yeah, very good.
I'll just give a scout of the area, see if I can see any like Overwatch, any kind of like obvious sort of people hidden or anything like that. Sort of like preparing a trap or anything.
Okay. So as you guys are coming over the rise there,
Mhm.
so Mr. Splint, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Yes, I can.
Not bad at all. So coming up to the area, as you crest the ridge, you become a little bit dismayed as you're heading up the ridge, because although I mean shit is smoggy and although it's clear, it's still like visibility is about as poor as it usually is here. But you become ever more sure that what you're seeing is smoke. And as you crest the ridge, you look down into this mountain pass here, and you see vehicles down into the part of the mountain pass there, and they are flipped over. They have one which is just completely on fire, and there is nothing moving there as far as you can see. Let me show you. Down here.
I have seen this map before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Nope, definitely made it all myself. Totally original. Do not steal.
I saw it after you made it.
Yeah, of course.
There's neon lines on that thing. It's cyber. There you go. Welcome.
There we go.
There you go. Thank you. That did it.
The old yellow lines to make it cyber. Classic.
Classic. So you have so as you're coming over the rise, you find what looks to be a flipped over truck, just about here-ish. Boop, 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 boop. Here-ish. There, and that's where a lot of the sort of smoke and fire is sort of making it sort of coming out of. But yeah, it doesn't look fresh. It looks like it's been there for a little while. And as I say, there doesn't appear to be anything moving. You look next to the truck here, and you can just see a cave entrance, which you can see with your roll that there's a couple drag marks going to and from.
So, from like where we're stood, is it clear were these vehicles travelling through the pass? Like, are they all pointing in the same direction, or were they? Is there any kind of hint as to what they were doing or where they were going when they were attacked?
So yeah, you guys knew this. So this was the sort of meeting point. So you can see that there's this vehicle here. There's also another smaller vehicle. There's only two, a little bit further up. About just because diagonals are hard. Just there. Just there. So this one isn't on fire, but it is just it looks abandoned. So they looked like they were heading sort of from the south here, north ways, but it looks like they were sort of parked up waiting here. So through context, you believe this to be the people you were meant to meet, because this is the area where the coordinates you were given.
Oh boy.
All right.
Damn, did the fetch quest go awry?
Gone awry. It's a fine mess we've gotten ourselves into now, isn't it?
As
Good
we were
luck. The
searching the
immediate-
car before we
There a
go in.
chance we did this?
So you guys are sitting sort of a bit further south here, sort of looking down into this. So you guys can move in if you like.
Can I immediately say I want to start looking up, because this looks like people could be coming down from above, and nobody ever looks up in movies, so I am specifically looking up, and we're gonna get killed by the mole people now.
Okay,
River,
you look up,
roll
I'll
a
look
perception check.
Oh fuck!
Was
I
it
gotta
the
get
tokens?
That's why no
Gotta
one
get
looks up in
Um,
movies.
You're on edge, and you're pretty sure you saw something move on the ridgeline up above you.
Come on, I got a 4, guys, and oh no, we are so about to die.
Is that a movement? Is that a bird? It might have been a bird. It is probably a bird, but you're not sure.
Are there
Taking a-
bodies
yeah.
anywhere?
Sorry?
Any bodies lying around, anything like that?
You can't see from this angle, no. But as I say, there does appear to be some sort of scuff marks from the edge of the truck here to the cave entrance.
No.
Do they look like fighting or dragging marks?
Difficult to say from this distance. You'd
Can I
have
go
to get a little
closer?
bit closer if you wanted to closely inspect it.
I'm a police officer, ex-police officer. You don't know my history. I go closer.
Can I go with him, just in case there's anyone needs any medical aid?
Yeah, just in case there's a light breeze that will do some damage.
I'm gonna go along to the event of something other than a light breeze.
Alright, so
I
you
guess-
guys just... Sorry.
Just gonna say I'll set up the hauler thing so that Mr. Ditch can get out and assist us, and the car. Like, basically, I'll turn around so
Yep.
he can get out and help if need be, and we can drive the car away.
Alright, so are you driving your vehicles down into the pass here, or are you just walking down from where you were?
What's the distance?
You guys are probably about like 50 feet, a bit further up to the south from where you are here to be able to see this.
I'll walk.
Yeah.
Walk.
Do you guys get out and walk from where you are?
I'll make a more entertaining getaway at the end.
Yeah, we won't regret it at all.
Jameson's got very high athletics. He can run faster than most of you.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. If this goes south, I'm gonna die. So.
We're not going to run the fastest, boys. Just faster than the slowest car.
Our
Spin
slowest
would
guy's
like
a
to.
mech.
Spin would like to cut the Achilles tendons of Jameson, please.
No, the mech's really fast.
It's not really fast.
It's fast compared to it's fast compared to someone running.
Oh. Then it's
Yeah, so check yourselves down here.
It's just Tom driving it slow.
Yeah, that's the problem. This Mr. Ditch is like, first gear is enough.
Yeah.
Number 1 gear. Why would you need a better gear?
Exactly.
Oh dear.
You need to enjoy the moment. Enjoy the journey, not the destination.
First gear.
Very good. So there is Mega Ditch.
Yeah.
Very good. So yeah, as you guys are getting closer up here, please, whoever, please make a either perception or investigation check. Perception more to like look at the whole thing. Investigation probably more to like probe a little bit more deeply as to what's going on here.
I'm probing deep.
I fucking rolled a fucking 3.
An elbow deep in here. Very good. So Splint, you're able to see. Yeah, so there's some skid marks.
That's a fucking laugh.
Coming from the to and from the cave here, and you can also see now that you're closer, you can see some drag marks coming from here. John, you sort of go all fucking bloodhound on it and start like getting down on the ground, sort of like checking out sort of the directions of the markings and looking at the vehicles and everything. You can see there appears to have been some sort of scuffle here, and some weights have been dragged this way. It does appear also that something was unloaded off this truck and dragged into the cave further in. However, with that roll, you're able to tell that the dragging here, the dragging of the stuff off the truck happened a lot earlier, before this scuffle happened here. As you finally start to come around to the vehicles, you've been kind of like keeping your distance because it's still on fire here, but it does look like it's kind of like winding down. You peer into the cab of the truck here, which has been mostly gotten away with it. It hasn't been too scorched. You can see what looks to be a body just slumped forward in the front there, sort of that sort of laid across the two seats.
Can I
And
check
as you
what killed the body?
Yeah. So Splint, make a medicine roll, please. Shit. So John calls over to you to like come check this out. And then as you're making your way over, fuck, damn it! Good boys. You're getting closer when, as John looks back to you to gesture you over, you see it move.
Got poo on my hand.
Good, baby. And that
It's not poo in her hair.
Bo got poo in her hand.
Oh, not in her hair.
No,
Bo,
thankfully,
I told you,
not on
you've
the hair.
got to stop wiping
Not on the
midway
hair.
through.
Oh,
Wait until
Uh,
you finish.
There's also paper.
Is that
Yeah.
why we have long hair?
So yeah, as this thing moves, you just sort of like point and look at it. It raises up. One arm has been scorched from where it's against the back of the cab and has been burnt, sort of burnt to the bone from where it's been touching the fire. And it raises up and looks to you, and there is a gaunt, sort of almost sort of sunken appearance, and its jaw opens further than a jaw should really open, and it just as it makes not eye contact with you because it doesn't have pupils, but it seems to see you, and it shrieks and it sort of lunges out of the cab.
Ah, cool. It's been nice knowing you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So
Cyber Psycho.
yeah,
Oh, jeez.
And
Jeez Louise.
I'm
Oh.
aware of what Andy was saying before, so I think we shall leave it there.
hey, the character survives another session, Richard.
Yes.
Maybe only one more, but I mean, hey, one more.
While we're on it, I made some cool tokens for Tom to pick from.
But what does happen, you guys level up.
Oh,
Oh,
you got the experience when
For a fight.
killed.
Oh,
I'm gonna do this. Now.
Jesus, Ed.
What do I get at level 6?
You get a body pillow at level 6.
Ooh.
The most honourable of body pillows.
I get a waifu for each arm.
God, I
You
hate
stay
these
the
sentence.
fuck away from my character. I do like the idea of River driving his car and just being like, "Oh my god, just don't look at anything, don't touch anything. I'm not opening the glove box."
Don't shine a black light anywhere.
It's just full of like what do you call it?
It's got loads of
Porn.
gachapons just like dangling from the rear view.
I now get, as part of my thing, when I'm behind any cover, if I take the dodge
Action.
action
Dodge
or
action.
spend my action healing another creature, I count as being in total cover until the end of my next turn.
Nice.
So I like to think that if I stand behind you and heal you, that would be impossible for me to be hit then, because it says any cover, and I reckon the person I'm healing would count as cover.
Well, I get 6. I get an extra botnet use.
And Ed's silence only.
I'm just trying to. Can you
True.
paste it in chat just so I can sort of read it and just
Yeah, I will.
absorb it? I've learned to utilize cover more effectively when missing a
Is it-
starting.
Is it how many? What remind me what I do with the hit die for level?
You roll your hit die plus your con modifier, and that gets added to your total hit points.
I roll a hit die. Oh,
I just
So,
gained more hit points than
Yeah.
John.
You can
John
re-roll
Burke.
ones and twos.
oh okay.
It's been 3.
Importantly, I now
There you go.
I now have enough constitution that I can get my wings.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Angel of Death has become a thing.
I mean, right?
Ugh.
Next level, I have the best thing. Next level, I can pick an unconscious creature within 30 feet and stabilize them from 30 feet away.
That is going to be well handy.
Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
What's universal training?
I now get advantage on presence, deception, and disguise kit checks. Private investigator is a good class.
I have 70 hit points.
I have 49.
I'm pushing really hard into Constitution, and I managed to get to 55. So
I
I'm
have a
pleased.
question.
I'm
Yes.
on 44.
Do we get? You don't get APIs on this, do you? Unless it specifically says.
It
Correct.
doesn't say anything now.
No,
No,
they're
the
called
specific-
character improvements.
Yeah,
I think
specific levels for it.
I think because feats are kind of taken up by like I guess like tech and like cybernetics sort of fill that role.
Well, I suppose they do, don't they? Yeah, hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Also,
like,
because
quite a
there's
lot of
only
them.
10 levels, you get something every level. So
Yeah, I think they're quite densely packed already. And yeah, the cybernetics, a lot of them are just like feats. Like you can just get the toughened feat by just taking the toughened Mark 1 or 2.
You're a dynamo, aren't you?
Fair.
So,
Sam?
Say again?
You're a dynamo?
Demio.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you'll get a character improvement at level 8.
Yeah.
I got mine at level 6. So
Because
that's why I've done it.
frustratingly, as a Sengoku, I get stuff like my new thing is Heavy Gunner, which I get bonus action. I can choose to ignore damage reduction of armor when firing a heavy weapon, which is cool.
That is cool.
But I can only use it a number of times a day equal to my people modifier. And my
Which is
people
one?
modifier is really shit. My people
Well-
modifier is 0.
Is it
Yeah,
not
you-
minimum of 1 kind of thing?
It doesn't actually say minimum of 1.
Wow.
Do
It's
minimum
really
of 1,
fucking
but,
odd
yeah.
because nothing else about my character refers to people.
Yeah, I'm reading it now. Oh, that's what I'm hearing is that you have ruined your character. So
Yeah, you need to learn to talk to people better so you can shoot.
Earlier on in the sheet, it references Rallying Cry, which also references people modifier, but that does say minimum once, so I'm going to take that as.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, universal training.
Mhm.
Does that mean I can add? So my proficiency is 3. So does that mean I can add 1 to any of my?
Oh, you've got basically jack of all trades, haven't you?
Yeah, so any
Nice.
any ability check that you now roll for a skill that you are not proficient in, rather than just roll no proficiency modifier, you instead get to roll half of rounded down of whatever your proficiency mod at the time is. So, for example,
Oh
If
right.
you-
So if I roll acrobatics and I'm not proficient in it, I can
Yeah.
add 1 to it.
Right. Plus whatever mod it is. Yeah. So then when you're level 8
Okay.
and you have a proficiency of 4,
So
if
that's
you
the-
it'd be an extra +2.
Yeah, gotcha. So that's just a feat that I keep in the bank. There's not. I don't add that to something now.
No, that's just like just try and remember that whenever you're rolling for like stuff that you're
Anything
not
else to
proficient in.
remember?
But yeah, better than a kick in the teeth.
I don't know. I quite enjoy kicking the teeth.
It can be arranged.
Are you doing the kicking or are you receiving the kicking?
I quite enjoy kicking.
It goes both ways.
Ups for that. That's very good. I am
Yeah,
looking
it's-
forward to the next session.
Yeah, me too.
I wonder if after John dies, I can make a squishier character.
I mean, that's the goal, right? I assume.
Just a shambling mass
Oh,
of
I mean,
just tumors.
you say after John dies, but I now roll 6d4 when I heal. Like,
Well and good, but if a vampire bites his head off, your ability as a doctor is always very secondary here.
I mean, I reckon we could buy a cyber head to put it on.
Just gonna roll 6.
Cyberhead.
We'll just,
Dan,
we'll
you
just give...
keep the head and put it on a cyber body.
No.
Who's the
Right.
doctor here?
My initiative modifier is still 2. Should that have gone up?
What's
No.
this, your dex? No, it's
Depends
not.
on what your dex is.
It's just your dex. Right, okay.
Yeah.
God, how do you guys remember this stuff? There's
Years of playing this game.
literally so much to remember.
Years of playing this game that you also have now.
Yeah, I know, but the character sheet normally does it for you.
Yeah, that's a
DMing
valid
really
point, I'll
helps
give you
as
that.
well because
Oh, yeah, that
you
is
need to
true,
understand it. Because Yeah, like, how does this bullshit interact with this bullshit?
I could DM.
Which bullshit supersedes the other bullshit?
Andy, all of your sessions would be, I'm just going to go to the pub and you can come and join me.
I know it's easy.
No, I look forward to Andy running a wrestling-themed D&D session.
Yes. It's set behind stage on Monday Night Raw.
I'm into
It
that.
just
And out of the Kurt Angle comes and hits you with a steel chair.
Nice.
well, shit. At level 7, I get a feat called Way of the Blade, which gives me another attack. Which says, whenever you take an attack action using a bladed weapon, you may make an additional attack with the same weapon as a bonus action.
You got multi-attack.
Does that stack on top of second attack?
So you make 2 attacks and then you make 1 extra one as a bonus action, right? That's what it usually is, isn't it?
Can you just copy and paste it, just so we can see?
It's a better shout than me just guessing.
I like the guessing.
Speaking of
Guessing is always fun.
It's
I
more
like
interesting than
Okay, if everyone likes guessing, guess how many hit points I have now.
34.
That's an optimistic guess there.
You flow like a dancer. It's definitely the Carlton dance. 29.
Yeah, to me, that does sound like, whenever you take the attack action, and in your case, you would make 2 attacks, you can choose to use your bonus action to make another attack. So it would just be, you'd essentially, be able to make 3 attacks per turn then.
okay, nice.
Yeah, so that's pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
For you.
Because I think Dom's right. Like, multi-attack just means when you take the attack action, you do 2 attacks.
Yeah.
And that's saying when you make the attack action, you get a bonus action to do it. But the attack action just happens to be 2 slashes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, there's a difference between an attack and the attack action,
Oh,
like quotation marks.
Sure, yeah.
Bo wants to tell everyone a joke.
Go ahead.
Are tectonic plates dishwasher safe? I don't know, but they are perfect for a continental breakfast.
Oh, that got even better. That got even better.
what?
Did it?
Oh,
It really did.
I'm saying nothing.
what a joke.
Say it again.
How would like it?
Say it again.
Oh, it's like the definition of a Dan joke.
Like
Say
all
again.
geology jokes, they just rock.
Say it again. I don't get it.
Right.
Andy,
Are
are you familiar with the
tectonic plates
concept of
dishwasher
plates?
safe? I don't know, but they are perfect for a continental breakfast.
I'm so pleased that the funniest thing about this is that Annie doesn't get it.
I don't get it.
The funniest thing about it, Sam, is the damn joke. How dare?
It's funny. It's funnier that Annie doesn't get it.
I just don't get it.
Okay, Andy, so plates are those hard things that you typically use when you're eating a meal. Are you following me so far?
A meal
Oh.
that isn't soup.
Stick around, remember?
Are tectonic plates dishwasher safe?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, sure, if you want to be factual,
No,
they
of course
probably
they're
are.
not.
Andy, you know what tectonic plates are?
All that sedimentary rock.
Tectonic plates are, you fucking moron.
Andy, now on to the next part of it. Are you familiar with the concept of a dishwasher?
Hang on, you've lost me because I.
See, there it is. Oh no.
And do you keep on giving up listening halfway through the joke, so you actually haven't heard the punchline?
No, I have. Right. The first bit was are tectonic plates dishwasher safe? Was that it?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Then say the bit after.
I don't know, but they are perfect for a continental breakfast.
They make up the continents.
All right. Do we need to send Andy to go get a geography GCSE?
Why?
Because
Why are you talking about dishwashers?
Oh my
They're
god.
plates.
It makes a
I
valid
really- I
point.
did not
Dishwashers are irrelevant to the
It is
punchline.
controversial, I'm sorry.
Fuck it hell, Andy. Yeah. Yeah, that's just what happened. Ash has now understood geography joke, and Andy doesn't.
It's been a long week.
Did you? I
Yeah.
can't even know. Wait.
It's like Oxbow Lake geography. It's just bullshit.
I love the little insult there that Sam had towards Ash as well. It was like, yeah, even Ash got this joke.
It's like river meanders and Oxbow Lakes and all geology, which is just bullshit geography.
Hey, no, it
Look at
rocks.
this. Someone posted a link to pictures of pram race from 2014, and not me, but our pram's in it.
Nice.
Is that you guys?
Yeah.
Tom and Sarah, and then Pat and Vicky, who we don't really spend much time with anymore, and Alex Hilton.
Right, Christ. For a moment, I was looking at that and I was like, is that meant to be Andy on the left or something? Because
That
fucking
was-
hell, that's a weird costume.
That was the most rudimentary pram we've ever built.
So that
Yeah.
I built that alone in about an hour.
It doesn't show. Obviously, it doesn't look like it took you more than 10 minutes.
You
So,
made
well
that.
done.
You made that out of a load of fence panels.
Yeah, there's a deer head. There's a deer skull